Alright guys, today we are gonna be reacting to women hitting the wall and regretting feminism. Let's jump in.
I really just let a medium ugly man make me sit here all day wondering if he's gonna text me. What's wrong with me?
When somebody asks me what my biggest fear is, I used to say being locked in a room with no windows and doors with All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey playing on repeat. I'm going to go ahead and revise that statement. My biggest nightmare is dating in 2023. I think I'd rather eat a light bulb.
I hate dating. I hate being an emotional punching bag for broken men.
Madam, I understand your perspective. However, may I inquire as to why you choose to engage in relationships with individuals of that nature? There is no obligation for you to pursue connections with such individuals. Perhaps considering a relationship with a more conventional gentleman would be a viable option.
One thing that I hate about dating is that when you're talking to somebody, you talk to them every day for days, weeks, maybe even months. You go on a few dates and then you realize that it's just not working out. Doesn't matter what the reason is, it's just not working out. And all of a sudden you go from talking every single day to not talking at all, which makes sense. I get that part. It's just, I'm not sure how much of that I can still take. And I think I'm just done.
What accomplishment?
And again, it's just this illusion of making a movie about them making bad decisions. Why put in the music? Why put in the filter? Why put in the subtitle? Why? I just don't understand why. And remember, guys, I just want to remind you, these people already met their husbands. And because of their bad decision, they're still out here just trying to find a man, I guess.
Have you achieved thus far? It is expected that you would have entered into matrimony by now.
Yeah.
Could you share the reason behind not being married at this stage, avoiding the challenges of encountering various individuals consecutively? Perhaps you have placed a priority on your professional pursuits or other aspects of life.
I want a cheat sheet now. I am single, 37. Shit's looking real bleak. Like, I feel like when you get to a certain age, 35 plus, and if the things that you've been praying for, hoping for, waiting for have not happened, like, God should give us a golden ticket and say, hey, this is what the rest of life is going to be like for you, just so you know, so you're not sitting around here getting excited with every interaction, meeting somebody and thinking that it's going to go the distance, and then it fucking doesn't. It is mentally and emotionally exhausting. I know a lot of women understand what I'm talking about. There was a period of time when I used to pray to God to take away my desire for love and marriage. Like, I was begging him, like, if this is something that's not going to happen, please just remove it out of me so that I can just live my life regular and not.
And you know what's crazy? They dream about this. And then on top of that, they want to get a divorce and then celebrate getting the divorce. You cannot make this stuff up. The reason you want to get married is just to blast it in her social media saying, see, I'm not behind. I got married. I got my wedding.
I have to wait on this.
Madam, it is not appropriate to attribute your actions to God. You are responsible for the decisions you have made in your own life, and it is the result of your choices that has led you to your current situation. It is important to acknowledge and take accountability for your own decisions, rather than placing blame on others.
With dating when you're a woman, your 30s, where you're successful, you have a great education, you're financially stable, you're confident about your looks and feel secure about who you are, is that it's very hard to find a man. Now, why is that? So they're finding is as women become more educated, more successful and financially independent, they want a man that's actually on par, if not higher. So what's happening is there's a lot less men that have that. And as more women go into school and become more educated, there's less men that do that. Now, what they've seen is that men are very okay to date a woman who makes less or has less education or maybe not as successful. But the situation is not reversed. So what ends up happening is that there are a lot of single women.
Certainly.
Oh, wow. Hey, you discovered water, I guess. Like, we all knew this from the beginning of time. The thing is, not only that, females with educations, 10, not all of them, right? but they tend to be a little bit egotistical, right? So it's very hard for them to. It's very hard for you to even deal with a person that is in constant competition. And that person is supposed to live with you for the rest of your life. Insane.
Number of individuals fit.
Ooh, child, some women are mad at me because I said that women keep focusing on tall, dark, and handsome with a big 6 figures, and they're passing up the good guy, the nice guy that wants to take you out. Why should we have to settle, Kendra? We should have somebody on our level. Well, let me share with you guys some data. Information that I can confirm from hosting a dating show for the last 3 years. Okay, so every night I might get 100 single women who are looking for a relationship. Most of these women want committed relationships. Out of those 100 women, I may get 10 men. So let's just start right there.
Wow, that's crazy.
If I have 100 single women and 10 men, automatically every woman is not going to get a man.
Yeah.
Just from that right there, okay? There's not enough. Now, out of the 100 women, let's say out of those 10 men, there's only really 2 men that the 100 women really want to date. Okay, so now we have 100 women with 2 men. Right there, every woman is not going to get a man. This man is living in heaven. It's 2 men and 100 women want to date him. What is he going to do? He's going to pick and choose because he can. He has the options to do so.
Indeed.
And not only that, that's the game. And I think they have to realize you guys have been sharing the same guy for the longest. For the longest. I mean, what was the study that said that 70% of females are in a relationship, only 30% of men are? What does that mean? That means that 70% of females, the majority of them, not all, right? Most of them probably are sleeping with the same guy. Probably, I don't know.
He possesses significant leverage, which is why women may experience being ignored by individuals like Chad. If he encounters something displeasing, he is inclined to distance himself as he holds the upper hand in the situation.
The whole a man will change for the right woman thing is just a bunch of bullshit.
Everything's a bunch of bullshit. I'm just waiting for the rest of the world to realize this. Like, I don't get it. Nothing is black and white with these people, okay? Men, women, nothing is black and white.
There you go.
Everyone's always talking about if a man...
There we go. Let's just bring the conversation back to zero. Like, this is the problem with a lot of these arguments, even from the start. Things are not black and white. Well, sometimes things can be black and white. And maybe things are simpler than a lot of people expect it to be.
If a man likes you, he'll do this. If a man doesn't like you, he'll do that. Let me tell you something. Men are out here not liking women and doing everything right just to get her and then fuck up her head. If you're confused about where you stand with this person, you stand alone. If he's not, and he hasn't made it clear that this is your man, you're single, act bad. You gotta stop being so worried about if he likes you and really be concerned about if you even like him. Is he gonna change for me? Girl, are you gonna change for him? Is he changing your status, your marital status? Then what are we really talking about here? Always do what you want so that if things don't work out, girl, at least you walked away doing what you wanted, okay?
My observation is that a significant number of women, though not all, tend to perceive individuals with negative qualities or those facing challenges.
Yeah, dark triads.
There is a common inclination among many women to attempt to rehabilitate such individuals, and subsequently, they express dissatisfaction on social media.
Good point. Let's go to the next
Be
one.
confident and walk like you own a crown. Rule number 2, don't avoid eye contact. You are not a shy little girl. Rule number 3, never choose beer to drink. You are a lady. Number 4, always wait until he opens the door for you. Rule number 5, never, ever.
So I am being sick and tired, right?
What the hell
so
was that?
Trying to match someone's energy to get something that you want out of them that they have not offered without the tricks and frills is fucking exhausting, right? So what I've been seeing the past few days on my algorithm, because my phone listens, is so the guys that I don't want, that I treat like shit, stick to me like flu. But the guys that I want, and I put pressure and energy on them, and they don't match it, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it because I saw a comment the other day that said something like, if you treat a man like dirt, he'll stick like mud. Why do I have to treat you like dirt for you? Okay? Where's my meat?
That's actually the opposite. That's actually the opposite. And this is what they do. They project a lot. Actually, it's the opposite. If for men to treat you like dirt and you will stick them like mud, it's the opposite.
Why am I not meeting a man at a coffee shop? So are you telling me that the men that I actually like and find attractive, I have to treat them like shit? Because I don't want to do that. Because that's not the kind of relationship I want to start. That's not the energy I want to start a relationship in.
Certainly, because you possess numerous admirers, and these devoted individuals are inclined to fulfill your every request, regardless of your conduct.
But all of my friends who prioritized having kids in their 20s are all now single moms at 40 and divorced. I got so many of these comments on my last video, so I'm going to touch on it now. Disregarding exceptional reasons such as real abuse, the fact is 80% of women are the ones ending marriage if they have a degree. Now, I've known about this statistic way before Jordan Peterson started popping off. It was due to my own research because I saw how many of my female friends were leaving their husbands. I'm very tired of this victim mentality that has it within the female realm. It is hard to have empathy for single divorced moms when 90% of the time they are at fault for it. It is completely self-inflicted. I'm also coming from a place of self-critique because, believe it or not, just like every woman in America, I have succumbed to some of those thoughts. But we listen to social media and mass media, and we tell ourselves that there's someone else there that's going to treat us even better, and we, the other party, which is our husbands, and then all the children that are involved as well. Oh, but let's not forget the vows you took. You cannot...
the vows, that means nothing. They just throw all the stuff in the ground, in the trash. 80 to 90% if they're college educated. That means that there's a 90% of you, if you're with the educated female, there's a 90% chance that you might end up in that 50%. Isn't that crazy? If you're with a college educated female, there's a 90% that you might end up in that 50%.
Of prioritizing a family first and then working on a career, all because you have women that fall in that 90% category that left their husbands. Now just wait for this comment section to blow up on all the women that tell me they are the exception.
As is our customary practice, I extend an...
Yeah, good video. Yeah, that's how it is, man. And you know what's crazy? And they're not built. You know, they're not built. Right? They're not built to what? For the accountability. They're not built for that. So I mean that they want to keep eroding the Western society, and they will never admit they were wrong. That's the scariest part. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next one.